What's up, beautiful people? So I woke up this morning to basically news that Yevgeny Prigozhin is dead, or at least was involved in a plane crash, and everybody has been declared dead on the plane crash. I don't think there's been any full proof to show he was on the plane just yet, but we're going to be checking out a video of I think this video was, or the footage was gotten by an eyewitness. I'm just gonna play it. It's about 47 seconds long. Then I'll show you like the full updates on this one. But let's get to it.
Пиздец, это беспилотник. Сбили, бабахнуло 2 раза, взорвалось, падает. Ты посмотри, падает.
So that's it falling.
Блядь, не видать нихуя. Вон, около фермы. Горим. Не пойму, у фермы нет.
That's it again. Another view. I've never seen anything like that before. Yeah, that's very sad. They said it was in the north of Moscow. Let me know if that's true. Or everything I'm sharing right now is just speculative. I don't think anything has been confirmed just yet. But it says it was. They said it was north of Moscow. Then let's see the other video of what some other people have to say about this. Literally, somebody made an article, said he was exiled out of Russia to Belarus, and he came back, and for that reason, I'm not going to reference that. I think some of you might have seen it already. Somebody called it Putin is purging, something like that. A lot of people are already blaming or trying to blame Putin for this. Again, I don't know how true that is, but if you're more up to date on this situation, feel free to share with us. But let's see what the Sky News Australia has to say about this one. Or Sky News. This is now Australian.
We just have some breaking news to bring you now, coming out of Russia from the TASS news agency, that is Russian state media, saying that there's been a plane crash near Moscow and that Yevgeny Prigozhin was on board, and that that the Yevgeny Prigozhin, the founder of the Wagner mercenary group, could be on board the plane that crashed in a region north of Moscow. That news coming in from TASS news agency. The Russian Civil Aviation Authority, it says, has Yevgeny Prigozhin on a list of passengers of this plane that has crashed in a region outside Moscow. Yevgeny Prigozhin, of course, is the head of the Wagner mercenary group, who you can see there, who of course, was exiled from Russia recently to Belarus after that march on Moscow in a supposed rebellion against the Russian government and defence minister. Well, we understand that 10 people have been killed on board that plane crash. We don't have any confirmation yet whether Yevgeny Prigozhin has died, but the Russian Civil Aviation Authority have said that Yevgeny Prigozhin was on the list of passengers on that crashed plane. We will bring you more on this.
Yeah, let me know what you think. Has it been confirmed yet? Is it possible to even confirm? Because right now, all they have is the list, the passenger list, and they're saying his name was on there, but nobody's really sure if he was on there. They also said 10 people were on there, and the 10 people have died. Have they confirmed the other 10 people? Are they sure those people are really the ones? That would be the question too. Somebody also said, I'm hearing rumors. I'm just going to call it rumors because I don't know. I haven't confirmed all of this. But there are rumors that the plane was shut down. I don't know about that. All we know is it crashed. Nobody knows if it was shut down yet. But if you know more, if you have updates, feel free to share. And this is an article from CNBC. I was going through this article and I saw something quite... I don't know how to call it, but maybe I'll say quite interesting. So it says, the 62-year-old paramilitary leader, once a close confidant of Russian President Vladimir Putin's, led a short-lived mutiny against Russian government in late June after spending months vocally criticizing his country's top brass. His forces, known for their particularly violent battlefield tactics, Battlefield tactics superheaded a number of battles for Russia on the Ukrainian front. Apparently, an apparent deal was made between Prigozhin and Putin after they aborted the coup, which was meant to see the Wagner Group head and his forces relocate to Belarus. So, this article, it seems they're trying to, again, speculatively, I'm trying to choose my words carefully, but speculatively seems they're trying to link this occurrence to Putin exiling Prigozhin. So people are saying he was not supposed to come back to Russia, and for the fact that he did, that's the punishment. Not verified. I don't know if that's true, but feel free to let me know. There are a lot of Russians on the channel that could, debunk this message or confirm the message. So please feel free to talk to us. All of us living out here in the Western world, we're in a whole different zone, so we might not know what is actually going on over there. Well, that is the updates for this one. Feel free to let me know in the comment section. You've seen videos of the plane crashing, and we've seen the statements. There are also pictures, but I don't want to bring the pictures to the channel. YouTube will not like that, so there's really no need showing you those pictures. It's just pictures of plane crash. You probably wouldn't like it also. So yeah, talk to me about this one. Share your comments. Is the end of that video. So remember I told you Putin has been accused of purging. So this is the video. I don't know if this has been verified, but we're going to check it out because it's here anyway.
What do we know for certain so far?
Well, it's interesting who's been reporting this news. So the news came out via TASS, which is the Russian state news service. They said that a plane carrying Yevgeny Prigozhin, as well as 9 other passengers, that was en route from Moscow to St. Petersburg, crashed with all 10 people dying. The fact that this was coming from the Russian state news agency is a pretty strong indicator that those reports most probably are correct.
And so Yevgeny...
Because it came from Russia, it must be incorrect?
Correct.
And so Yevgeny Prigozhin on board, we spoke to Sir Tony, or on the passenger list at least is how I should phrase that. We were speaking to Sir Tony Brenton, the former UK ambassador to Russia a few moments ago, who said it's difficult to be surprised if it does turn out that Yevgeny Prigozhin has been killed. Do you share that assessment?
I think many people said that once his aborted rebellion failed, he was basically high up on a target list. It's worth noting that he's not alone in people close to the Russian military effort in Ukraine who have fallen foul of the Kremlin. So we've seen the General Surovikin, who's the man nicknamed General Armageddon. He was rumoured to have contact with Prigozhin before the mutiny. He has also disappeared. It's now been confirmed he's been relieved of command. It seems that we're in the full swing of a purge, basically, of those who were involved in that aborted coup.
So you hear it right there? He said we're in the full swing of a purge.
Of those who were involved in that aborted coup attempt.
In terms of Putin's actions, then, how does he move from here? Does the purge continue? Are there other key players, as it were, that, in his view, would need to be purged? Is this simply the beginning?
I think once he had taken away Prigozhin's main weapons, that he would no longer constitute a big threat. So if you remember, I mean, it's worth going back to that extraordinary march on Moscow. At the time, now we know that it failed, but at the time, Putin was genuinely scared. I mean, he appeared on Russian national television to warn people of this sort of imminent threat. That's not something that someone in total control of the state should be doing. Prigozhin at that time had tanks, armoured vehicles, all this stuff at his disposal. As soon as he failed, a lot of that was stripped away. A lot of his mercenaries went on to join the Russian military, and he was basically left with the dregs, not with the sort of heavy equipment in Belarus, with this sort of emphasis that maybe they might go on and continue their activities in Africa. But they were no longer such a big threat. So I think what Putin did, well, it seems that what the Kremlin has done is effectively take away the threat, take the sting out of the bee, and then just to sort of cap it off, make sure that everyone is aware that you can't carry out these sorts of actions without some form of retribution.
Yeah, and does that neutralise the Wagner threat to Putin? Does this in some way get them back in line with him? Because let's remember that they were working for him at one stage in the Ukraine invasion.
I mean, Putin operates by fear.
Yeah.
You know, there is never any acknowledgement of what actions he takes. But let's look at, you know, all of his political enemies throughout his, 24 years, almost 24 years in the Kremlin, whether that's shooting Boris Nemtsov in the middle of Moscow, whether that's the poisoning of Alexei Navalny on a flight in Siberia. These are all quite sort of... these are gestural deaths almost, in a way, to the Russian public. And I think the message is heard loud and clear, even if it will never be acknowledged or never declared who is responsible for what has happened. This is part of the rule of fear that's classic sort of Putin textbook.
So yeah, there you go. You've heard it. I just thought I should add the video. So when I said the part you don't think, those were my words. Those were the words I got from the video. And you also saw the other video that popped up here. A lot of people are blaming Putin for this. But let me know what you think. You know, feel free to share your thoughts, especially if you're in Russia and you're updated with things like this, you know, politics and the media. You know, feel free to talk to us in the comment section. At this point, everything is completely speculative. If anything is verified, I would let you know. Well, it's the end of this video. Smash the like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.